How you doing? I'm Dennis.
I'm Shawn.
We are in Alesana.
And you are watching Moshcam.
Favorite song to play live? I'm still going with Tilting the Hourglass.
Which we played for the first time in forever last night.
I know, and I can't believe we didn't mess it up.
Nope.
That's awesome.
We didn't.
Why would be, I guess it was like the first time we really started getting into like story. The story thing was that album.
It actually was the first story we wrote, was that song. Yeah.
So it's a special to me. I don't know if kids like it or not. I don't think they like any of this.
Oh, they don't like anything, so.
Yeah, it's par for the course.
Yeah. Mine's probably Hand in Hand with the Damned. It's off our last record. Main reason is because we recorded a children's choir for that song, and it was one of the craziest, coolest experiences ever. And that part's in that song, so every time I hear that part, I get.
You remember when we were waiting for the kids to get there? I guess I was kind of not hidden behind the door, but just leaning against the wall. And a little girl walked in, looked at me, and screamed. Like, she was terrified.
I had no idea what was going on.
I scared children. It's magical.
I still remember the time that, because it like slowed down when it happened, when that one fan came, screamed my name, and came running full speed at me. And I did like that movie thing. I'm like, I just froze. I like didn't know what they were gonna do, and you just stepped in front of me with your shoulder, and they just rocked your shoulder and fell like 3 feet out of the way.
It's like hitting a rhinoceros.
The whole moment like slowed down for me. Like it was terrifying.
That's awesome. Mine is still always Germany. First time I played Germany, hole in the wall club. It was so hot, and I notoriously just pour sweat. Like
he sweats in his sleep.
Like a whore in church. And so I get off stage, I take my shirt off, wring it out, a gallon of water comes out. And I just feel this little hand go down my spine. I look at it, it's this little German boy, and he licks his hand, and I just didn't know how to respond to it. I stared at him, I'm like, ew. I just kept walking. That is, I probably have some weird clone in his laboratory under his house, or fucking God knows. that was mine.
Some weird Frankenstein version of you.
That was my favorite thing that ever happened. Being horrified.
What a beautiful moment.
By a young German boy.
There you go. You tell this one so much better than I do.
This is great, and help me out because I'm trying to remember all the details. This is such a weird story.
It's so weird and so good. It's held up for 9 years as our best.
And it was. You were right. It was like one of our third shows. So we're from Raleigh, North Carolina, which is a little bit inland. We played the beach in Wilmington. Played a show, and we're crashing on people's floors, couches, whatever. One of our guitarists knows a girl that met on MySpace or whatever back in the day, and she's got a place we can crash, an apartment. Like, sweet, we can do laundry. And like doing this, it started with like one of our first tours. We're sitting there, we got laundry in there. I'm going through the cabinets, eating food. Like I think it is simultaneous. I went outside, I found a frog. I thought it was hysterical. Throw it at my merch guy. My merch guy's running over couches from a frog.
In his underwear because he's doing laundry.
In his underwear.
So he's just only in his underwear eating a sandwich.
Little do we know that she's friends with the guy who lives there, has other roommates, and she's been squatting there. He's been out of town for about a month, and so all the homeowners come in, who have no idea who we are, into their home while we're eating their food. In our underwear,
with a merch guy being chased around by a frog.
And it was one of those things, and we see it, we're like, sup?
What's going on?
How are you doing?
Shawn, how's it going?
Exactly. Eating your food out of your bowls and stuff. And it was like, the record stopped. They're like, who are you? Like, I thought it was going to turn into like runs for a shotgun kind of thing. And then once we like clear everything up, it's like, I don't want you to think we don't like you because you're like tattooed people.
Oh yeah, they were.
We have no idea who you are. I'm like, I understand. Tattooed people also might be frightened if a group of strangers was in my house making themselves comfortable. And that was the.
I wish that was exaggerated, but that's
the
literally how it happened.
Into the world of tour.
You can only go uphill from there. Right. I think that's why the story has stood for so long.
It was a cherished memory.
Dennis had cancer for a while.
I got that.
I was homosexual for a while. That was a good one too.
Yeah, no, is that over?
I mean, yes.
That's right. Yeah, the cancer thing.
That was the most intense one that I remember.
I don't know.
It was because it spread pretty far. Like everybody's fully convinced that you.
Like that.
And we didn't even know why.
That's two pretty standard rumors. Either he's gay or he's about to die. It's like nothing cool or anything. Like,
We've broken up like 72 times according to rumors. My favorite show of all time was Bangkok, Thailand. Just because it was such a small room. And they packed it way, way more than they should have packed that room.
It was, like most things in Bangkok, very dangerous.
Yes.
And that was
It reminded me like old school house shows. It was just like bodies everywhere. I didn't know what was up or down. It was.
And we rode tuk-tuks to the show and back. Love
Which
that.
you can't go wrong
I don't know
with
if you guys heard of a tuk-tuk. It's like a little motorcycle taxi thing. Love it.
It's crazy.
Traveled all over Bangkok.
We raced them.
That's what we did. A cool one that I can make up now, or the lame stuff we asked for, like Gatorade, so we can replenish our bodies.
Yeah. I'm actually, like that's like sort of my dick thing that I have to have a Gatorade after I play, and I will yell and scream at people if my Gatorade is not there when I'm done.
I'll say the thing that is on our rider, I think, and we never get, but we've gotten a couple times, clean socks. I'm telling you.
I used to love when we got the socks.
When you put those fresh socks on.
Man.
You just feel like you're on top of the
You
world.
always knew the rider was quality when you walked in the socks.
Primo.
I was like, there we go.
Socks. I haven't seen
That's the
socks
rider.
backstage tonight, but there's still time. There's still time. Someone's corrected me on stage about the band name. There's a big debate.
Constantly.
The big
It
debate.
just happened 2 nights ago.
Because the band's name is Alesana.
We named it.
It's pronounced
We chose
that way.
the name.
We did it.
We weren't given the name. We chose it, so we know how to say it.
And we played, it'll be like, hey, what's up? We're Alesana. Like, it's Alesana. I'm like, all right, we're Alesana.
We truly have kids getting arguments with us from the crowd about how to
I
pronounce
don't
the
get-
name of the band that we made up.
We've made
It's made-up
we've
word.
made a T-shirt about the different ways you could say it, and the whole thing is like I couldn't care less, and I think kids get upset when they're
Right,
like,
they get like, you mean it's not Alesana?
I think they
throw
get in
away our
arguments.
CDs when they get home. Like,
I think an argument is outside of meeting us, and their just brains are shattered.
my favorite merch design we ever had was like a dictionary definition, like
Phonetic
with
spelling.
a phonetic way to pronounce it. That was, I don't know how many people got it. We got it. and it was-
The shirt said it's Alesana or Alesana. No matter how you say it, the music's still awful. And, I thought it was great.
Great shirt. It's
I had
my
a kid
favorite shirt
come-
we've ever had.
Some kids are like, why would you say that about
Why do you not
yourself?
like your music? You're right. We don't like it, man.
Humorless.
I mean, geez, it's got to be like 6 or 7 years now where we've never gone on stage without. Our pre-show rituals changed.
It's always the PMA thing.
Right,
It's a
but
big
yeah,
thing.
we haven't gone on stage or played a show in 6 or 7 years without, hands in the center and saying PMA. It's positive mental attitude.
We picked that up from, what was it?
It was a tour manager for
From Moshcam Nash.
From Moshcam Nash's, our
One of our
first big
first tours, about 9,000 years ago. And all they talked about was PMA, and it's from Bad Brains, that band. And positive mental attitude, like I got it tattooed. Everybody's got it tattooed. There's so many jokes that if my wife saw this, would kill me for it.
I'm pleading the fifth.
Best piece of advice, I would say take it all in, because it is a big thing about going on tour. It like goes so fast, you just like want to rage. Like it's cool to get like a little time to go and actually see cities, and take a little time to go and like actually experience the culture, and try not to just get completely plastered like nonstop. But
Our drummer Jeremy and I had lunch together today, and we were talking about that exact thing. How it's our 3rd time here, and it's the first time we feel like we're actually taking it in, because we don't tour quite as full time anymore, like 300 days out of the year like we used to. When we did that, you just get so locked into this. Okay, today, and like over and over, and you don't really like stop to like absorb it. And I think we've gotten better at that recently.
There's a whole video of misheard lyrics of your YouTube, and I'm trying to remember what the misheard ones are. They are so ridiculous.
And with all due respect, my favorite one was back when we first started the band. The first version of Congratulations, I Hate You. Remember that kid who made the video?
Oh my God! All right.
It's come a long way, but Dennis has a slight lisp, okay?
There's so much more. You go ahead.
And we don't know who it was, but somebody just took real offense to Dennis's lisp.
I remember.
Then you should tell.
There's a band called Laser Schlong from Virginia, made a little punk rock band. And the big thing was I didn't know I had a lisp. No one ever told me for my entire life. I was 18 when we recorded this song. So I had 18 years of not knowing I had a lisp. So we do the talking part, I do it. These guys sample the first part of the song, and there's a record scratch. It says, "Shut up, you lispy faggot." And then to go into a punk song, and I heard it. I'm like, what are they talking about?
He goes, he's like, wait a minute, what did you, I have a lisp? And we all did this like,
I called my mom, and she's like, "Yeah, you've always had a lisp." I was like, "Did anyone think you should tell me, or that I'm gay now?" That was the ultimate.
the lispy faggot.
So cool. So cool. That was it. Thanks for bringing up those dark memories. Any more hurtful questions?
I can call yours. You do that damn. That
thumbs up. That's the PMA right there. I just feel like so many, like especially being an alternative vocalist, one that screams. There's a lot of like really generic moves that are like standard. I feel like get abused horribly, like the metal claw, and like throw it in there, but don't rely on it. And then the horns, everything. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give them the thumbs up instead. Like right before the heaviest part, just right there. And it's been, yeah, it's like one of my staple moves now. People
I think that's what. I think we do that the most. It's like because we take our art very seriously, but on stage we try to remind people that we are just goofy
dudes.
people. You know, we're just guys playing music, and so many bands take themselves so very seriously, and we don't want that at all. Like we're not those kind of dudes, and so some of our moves on stage are just goofy, intentionally, just to throw that out there.
And there was the thing that our guitarist Jake Campbell invented, and then I executed and almost died. The Iceman.
Oh God, it's such a good move.
Whenever you get a stage that's slick, you can take a water bottle and you hold it like you're trying to like spray a hose, and you squeeze it. You run into a power slide and you spray it right in front of your knees. I almost shot off the stage. You go like 9 million miles an hour.
Called the Iceman for a reason.
The Iceman.
It's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, I definitely. And then I think one time I did it, and Pat stepped backwards, and his heel went straight into my balls. And I like fell over, and, like in so much agony, laughing, and I could not. I couldn't scream anymore. I was like, oh!
That's all right. Cause remember when my thing at the end of the sets would be I would throw my guitar in the air for our tech to catch. Well, the one time I did it, there was like tons of strobes going off, like unusual amounts of strobes going off. So our guitar tech couldn't see the guitar. Pat like comes over and just lands right in his head, and just goes down like a ton of bricks. I mean, I would throw it really high. It's got to be 10 feet in the air, and it just completely knocked his ass out.
Cold.
We laugh about it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good now. It's good. So you guys
good
staying
day.
on stage filming tonight? So. Corn.
Always corn.
We are old school.
Absolutely.
We get a lot of people, and we've got bands. I think it was when we did Counter Revolution. We played so early in that set. So it'd be like 10 a.m. and we'd be sitting around drinking beers, blasting corn. Finally, one of the bands came up like, "Are you guys doing this for like ironic purposes or something?" Like,
No, we just like to drink beer and listen to corn.
Yeah, exactly. Dude,
That's what we do.
Jonathan Davis pretty much read my journal as a kid and then wrote a bunch of songs.
We definitely offended bands at Counter Revolution because we played really early in the day every day, and we're like, all right, fuck it, we're up. We're gonna
If we're up, we're gonna play. We're gonna have some beers and a little corn.
There was like, remember the one band was like, they were all having coffee and they were like, I don't know if it was like a book club meeting or something. They were like sitting around like discussing things, and we're over at the other table, corn just blaring at like 9:45 in the morning. We're doing like a beer. It just made no. It's really ridiculous, but
the dichotomy is amazing.
I wish there was.
I can just see them like, what's wrong with them?
Are they serious? Are they pretending right now?
Yes.
And don't forget,
you can watch this interview on the Moshcam app.